Why would you get this when you could have that? A little before Christmas, my daughter brought us this bread. We had run out of bread. Check this out. It's been in there 10 weeks or so. This bread hasn't changed in those 10 weeks. It gets you to wonder, what's going on? Why does it not spoil? Well, that's kind of part of the reason why I decided to DIY my own bread, is because I'm not real sure about this processed bread product. I'll show you how to DIY some bread yourself. It's a super simple process, and gotta think it's a little better, a whole lot better than this. Okay, so here's the ingredients. I've already freshly ground my flour. You can buy wheat berries at numerous places online, probably a Whole Food store. A wheat berry is the grain before it's ground. They're basically like little seeds. I've got 5-gallon buckets of all different types. So whenever we need a bread product, I grind my own flour and then start making the recipe according to what we need. There are 2 types of wheat berries here. I have hard red and kamut or Khorasan. This is an ancient grain, and they each have a little bit different color. So we're going to show you just how simple this is to make your own bread, and you have to trust me, it tastes really good. So we start with our water, and then what's next is honey. This is raw honey, straight from the beekeeper. This is very local to our area. And this honey might look a little bit different than what you might see in the store. It's just because it's crystallized. Doesn't change the nutrition or the utility of the honey. It just changes the looks. This is extra virgin olive oil. It's real salt, mined right here in the good old USA. Our yeast. I'm going to put that on top of the flour. We've got these farm fresh eggs. If you just get regular store-bought eggs, large eggs, I found out they're super consistent in weight, but these farm fresh eggs are a little more varied, but that's okay by me. So we're just using complete whole foods, farm fresh ingredients, basically straight from nature, everything straight from nature without processing. All right, now that we've got all our ingredients together, we'll pour in the freshly ground wheat. Usually do about half of it. Having one of these stand mixers are just great. And then we'll pour in the rest. Right, we'll just let that mix up. And that dough hook, that really saves on a lot of the effort. It took me about 13 minutes to actually put all the ingredients together and start mixing. We mixed for another 12 minutes. Now we're gonna go ahead and get the bread dough in the pans. Before I do that, I'm gonna get a little butter in each pan here. Just gonna lightly butter these pans. It helps the bread come out so much nicer. I saved off a little flour so we just can lightly flour this board here. So I'm gonna get some wet hands. Wet hands work better on this. And so now we're just gonna fold it over a few times. Probably not super necessary. The end product is amazing. If you're a pro baker, make a lot of bread, you feel free to add your comments in. Like I said, I've only been doing this since probably the end of last year. And I guess part of this video is to show you, A, it's super simple, it's a way better nutritional product, and man, it tastes so good. So basically, if I can do it and I'm not a cook, anybody can do it. Okay, we're not gonna measure it as far as weight goes, we'll just eyeball it. And we'll just kinda, and this one here, this one looks a little bigger. All right, so now I've got my 2 pieces. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and fold this over like so, roll it up, tuck in the ends, and boom. Same thing with this one. Yeah, this one does feel bigger. I'm gonna weigh those. 1364, 1373. All right, well, 9 grams, that's not bad. Now that they're in the pan, we'll just go ahead and stick them in the just warm oven, just slightly warm. Let that rise, and in 50 minutes, it should be pretty close to ready. All right, 30 minutes is up. There's 1, and there's 2. That's a 30-ounce loaf, and each loaf cost me about $3.50. And that's all organic, all natural. While this was mixing, I had time to clean up. So literally start to finish is 30 minutes, and then it's just waiting while it's in the oven. Super easy process. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And it is just so soft. And what's nice is when it's so warm like this and it comes out of the oven, the butter just melts on it. This is the payoff right here. This is the short-term payoff. So the big payoff is nutrition. That's why I DIY my own bread. I know all the ingredients I put in it. They're all whole foods. They're all organic, all natural. None of the funny, weird stuff. Ultra-processed food, garbage that is no good for us. That's why I DIY my own bread. I have just been doing this for a little amount of time, but it's not hard to get a really nice product, super tasty, super nutritious. I know exactly what I'm eating. Hope this video helps. Thanks all for watching. See you in the next video.